Hi everyone, my name is Galina, and I create jewelry at AJ Jewelry Studio CA. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or Etsy. I haven't done the videos for a while, so finally I decided to do the videos about this beautiful bracelets that I have created, and to make a different one using rose quartz crystals. So I'm still thinking about this one. It's too big. This is a beautiful shape, cylinder. Correct me if I'm wrong. And for dangles I'm using this cute baroque pearls, very dainty, maybe rose raw crystal, or this tiny one that I had a mix of beryl stones. And as a large water pearls, I'm using these ones. They're like 10 to 11 millimeters. Let me put this away. Okay, so, and for the findings I'm using this bead spacers. This is the Dangles. This is the spacers, like oval. The clasp is a cute heart shape in the middle. Then this small bead spacers, they're around 2.5 to 3 millimeters. Then you would need different types of pins. I like the ball pins at the ends for the dangles. They look really cute. And these eye pins. Okay, so it's great to have them different shape, lengths, because then you don't need to cut. These are 3.5 millimeters long. Okay, so this Arola tarnish free findings, they're really great. I have been using them for a long time. The base is copper, and the silver ones, silver, but they look like white gold. They're rhodium plated, and these ones are 18 karat gold plated. Like even earrings, they do not cause any allergies. Like all these findings are really high quality. So you can I have created these bracelets. They will be available on my Etsy store. This is the Aquamarine stone, and this is a red garnet. So about this red garnet, I'm still thinking of maybe changing these two white pearls into the garnet, because garnet is around 10 millimeters. This is Aquamarine is 14 millimeters, so it's smaller, and I'm thinking to balance it off with the large pearls. I'm thinking changing into red garnet. You can please post in the comments below if you think it's a great idea to change these two pearls into the garnet. So you can also request if you'd like to make your own bracelets, but you don't want to purchase all those and you're just starting. You can request and send me a message to create a kit for you. So I still have some of these pearls left, and I also have Aquamarine and the garnet. About this, it would be a little harder because this came as a long string with different kinds, so different types of stones. So I have already made earrings. I will do a video about the earrings that I made with this and other stones, and I will post a short tutorial how to do your own. So you will also find all the links for these findings that I purchased in the comment box, in the description box under the video. Okay, so if you like the video, please give me a like. It helps me to stay motivated to create more videos. Okay, so I will also show you. I can also post a link to this mat that I purchased, and I will show you right now how these bracelets make very versatile, and you can use them for different wrists. Sorry about me being always stopping and talking. It's kind of I haven't done the video, so I'm always thinking about the English that I have to use. So so this board, I like it because for example, if you have someone asking my wrist is 5.5 inches, so I need to make a bracelet. So these ones, they are already pre-made for this wrist. So it's because if you measure just the length of the bracelet, depending on the size of the beads, it will have a different length depending on it. So it's you cannot just measure, and it's very hard to measure the inside circumference when you create bracelets. So I have made this bracelet. I like the spacing, but between the before and the end, after the last pearl, I made this I attached two connectors, oval connectors, like I had to go back and forth in sizing, so this would make the bracelets fit lots of sizes. Okay, so it's great if you're making the bracelets as presents for a few family members. Like, for example, like in my opinion, this bracelet will go well from 14 centimeters, which is 5.5 inches. I had to recalculate and do the adjustments, so you can then adjust and put this bracelet on this one attached. So let's go to 15. It works great with 15. It will be a little more loose here and tighter here. And the next one is 16. For 16 you will have to do adjustment. You can use this small one. Of course, I can also attach an extra extra one over here. Okay, so this one is a little bit large for 6 1/4, but I think it will still work. Then this one, and then this one is 18. It still fits well. And then it will go to 19 centimeters. You'll just have to change. So I think I will put one more ring over here, jump ring. Okay, so making mistakes. I will also post a link to this board if you'd like to purchase it online as well. Okay, so I'm gonna put it here. So what I do first is here I use this round ones, like flowery, that look like flowery, but because this is flat, I decided I'm gonna use this spacers, and they come also in smaller size. This is 9 by 9.6 millimeters. I think the other ones are around 4 millimeters. They're very cute. I like those. So we will need the pins. Okay, we'll need the connectors. Sorry, I forgot to mention the tools. Flush nose cutter, correct me if I'm using wrong terms. Flat nose pliers, then round nose pliers. I'm using very basic tools, and they're purchased in different places. So this one is Bead Spacers. This one, round nose pliers, I purchased them on AliExpress. Sometimes it's just easier for me if I don't need something immediately. It's easier for me to purchase AliExpress, and because I'm located in Canada, it's actually takes the same time as to purchase from US, and it's more expensive than purchasing from AliExpress. They have I will do a short video later about new AliExpress shipping, which I just love so much. Things arrive so quickly. So and because they're like bent like this, so you have to make sure you're using them in the right side. And here, like, I can see now that I would need because you see when I put, because this is curved, I think I would need round bead spacer to put, because so it does not go inside. So I need the bead spacer, need this. So let's see if I will need a longer one. I try because they're not cheap. these findings. They're not cheap, but when you purchase them, you know that your work is not gonna get tarnished, and you don't have to use any type of thing on the top. Because I have something that I purchased, but actually it just has a smell like a varnish smell, and I don't like it. But I know that nobody will say that it got tarnished. Of course, over heavily used, you should not be like constantly washing with it, using perfume, but it will not get tarnished when it's exposed to sun, that's for sure. So your work will look beautiful after like a long time. So this works great. You need those spacers here, and it's hard to work when you have multiple elements, so that's why I always damage my nails, because okay, it keeps falling off. So now I have to make different parts for this bracelet. So what I'll do this bead together with you, then because I have to look through the camera, and what I do, I take this and I put it inside and see what's the size. You can also put the black marker over here to know exactly what the size, but I just try to eyeball it and use it. And yeah, that's what I did. So that's the problem. The pin can actually open with the round pin, so you have to be very careful not to use too much force. I used too much force, and the pin just opened up. And I like to fold it inside as much as possible, but because here everything is curved, sorry, it's I'm looking through the phone camera, and it's harder. No, I think I have to cut this. I should not have cut, excuse me. So I don't throw it out. If I ruin it, I do not throw it out. You can use it for small bead. So I'm gonna put it aside, and I'll have to start over. So it's like a trial and error. It's very hard to bend it. I'm gonna try to bend it with the flat nose pliers. Excuse me for my camera, because I'm looking through a camera on the top, so you see things are falling out. So it's not that straightforward when you have the bead spacers of different types. If it's just a round bead spacer, it's very easy, but when there's curved one, just stay with me. Okay, so now I have to make sure I don't pull it too much. Okay, it will be a little bit loose, but that's okay. Okay, it's because these things, these bead spaces are curved, so it's very hard to fix them completely. Okay, so I'm gonna also create this one. So I'll need the round bead, then the pearl, because Now I've done this. Now I have to make 6 pearls, and then I will make 1 pearl with you now, and then I'll come back. Okay, and okay, so you have to turn them so they both look the same way, and have to curl this a little bit and straighten it. So I will come back to you when I make 5 more. Okay, so I'm back. I have wrapped around the pearls. I have the central element. I have this connectors. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this end with the clasp. Okay, and so when we open those, the jump ring, we hold the pliers on one side and then pliers on the other side where they're split, and then we push one forward and one backward, so it opens up, so you never pull them to the sides. Okay, so I'm gonna put it inside. So this clasp is different. So you see it has this it doesn't have a ring as usual connected, but it's like you pull it inside. So after that I'll need to put the pearl in, and then you would do the same, but you do it the other way. Okay, and so it gets a little tricky, and I'm always trying to push them very close together, because if you have a thinner jump ring for wire that you wrapped around the pearl, it can actually open up. Okay, you cannot use here the closed one because you have you cannot put it inside. You'll still need it, but it's recommended to have a thicker jump ring, so it's hard and sturdier. The thicker one is 0.7 thickness. 0.6 is a little bit more flexible. This one is 0.6 as I think, so I'm gonna use those for dangles at the ends. Okay, so now I have to connect this cute like, I don't know what they're called, twisted jump rings. I think those are oval jump rings. They're very thick, very sturdy. Okay, so you have to make sure you connect, you put 2 pearls on them, and then you close in the same way. And again, when you close, you're gonna try to push them close together. Okay, so I also, you see, if I look sideways, I see that they're not connected. So I always look this way, so it's one piece and it's not disconnect, because sometimes the blur, okay, disconnect. So I'm gonna use then another one. So it's very easy when you're actually connecting. Excuse me, I have to always make sure that I'm looking into camera so it's in the right place. Okay, and then if you look sideways, it's fine. I always use lupa in the evening because it's hard to see, and if you work with gold, it's like much harder to see if you made proper connections. With silver color, it's easier. Okay, so the gold gives you this flash, or like a light thing. Okay, so that's okay, so this is perfectly connected together. Okay, so half is done, so I'm gonna do the same thing for the end, or I'm gonna use these 2 together for, so see, I have to speed up the process because it's like really slow. Okay, connect it, and then 1, 2 single spring, jump ring, excuse me, and then for the last one I have to use 2, which we can use as jump rings for connecting, for using for the clasp. So I have to open, put it on. Okay, and then the other side, I think I'm gonna use the one more jump ring, as I said, over here to allow for sizes. So here I didn't have a small one, so I used the large one. Some people like the large ones, but I can't say I'm a fan. If you're making dainty jewelry, which is so hard to make because everything is very tiny, I don't like the large jump rings. I personally, I'd rather use the small one, and will take a little bit more time to connect than I use the 2 large ones. So this one is too small, so I have to use the larger one. This one, so I think it's 5 or 6 millimeters, 6 millimeters, and it's actually 0.9 thickness. Again, I'm gonna post the links to those. And it's very important when you buy those findings, there are 14 karat gold plated and 18 karat gold plated. So 14, like with the gold ones, especially with this ones, it doesn't matter. So 14 karat gold is more yellow gold, like yellow, like a lemon yellow, and so I need one more. And the 18 karat is nice warm color, like warm gold color. So I personally prefer those, but sometimes the clasps, or depending what store you purchase them from, some stores don't specify, and this store where I buy this ones and this, so they do specify which ones they have 14 or 18 karat gold. Oh, excuse me, I lost my focus. Okay, so I have done this too. So what I need, and I just need to attach the dangles. But some other stores, they just send you, and then you find out when you get it. Okay, so this one I think I'm gonna just wrap around whatever is left. So this is a soft pin, so I like to use my nails, although you can to use the, I need a bend nose pliers for this thing more. So for dangles, you can choose the ones like Baroque pearls, they're so funny, and you can choose the ones that you don't want to use on like earrings and stuff, because on earrings I try to find the ones that are the most matching, or like if it's of course possible. I always do this and see if I can cut more, and you have to make sure you close your eyes when you cut. Okay, so adjust, then this one, and like I think it's a matter of preference. Like, let me push this more, I'll put it away. So it's a matter of preference here. I can attach the large one, so it depends. So if you want both to be central and you like large dangles, you would use this, but I think I'm gonna keep this for some other bracelets and make this as a central with smaller pearls. So I'm gonna use this tiny one, and I think it's a rose quartz, rose gold quartz. Okay, you can see that, and this. So we'll see how much I can wrap this one, because it's tiny, it's a smaller size, but I can use the round nose, bend nose pliers, excuse me. I haven't done the videos for a while, and I do make mistakes in the words that I use. Those are hard to bend, so okay, I'm gonna try to speed up this when I do the so it doesn't take a lot of time. So I think we're good for the dangle. It's fine. Try to push. So when you cut with flash nose pliers, you put them this way. So let me just see, maybe I don't need to cut. No, it doesn't look nice. So I always close my eyes because it's like you don't want tiny pieces. Okay, it's like very important. Or you use goggles, okay, but I won't be able to see anything in goggles. That's why I don't use goggles. So all I have to do now is use a smaller jump rings. Okay, so that's the problem. I ordered recently by mistake jump rings that are very, very tiny. I cannot even see. I had to use lupa to see anything. So this is not as bad, but they actually were used in dainty jewelry. So I find it so much harder to make dainty jewelry, but people expect it to be cheaper. Unfortunately, the labor is much harder, and sometimes the stones that are small are not necessarily the least expensive ones. Like for the pearls, if you look into the 2-3 millimeter pearls, they would be twice the price of 5 to 6 millimeter pearls. I think just the process of collecting them, putting them on the strings is very labor intensive, and like you cannot expect them to be cheap. So as for dangles, I do small, medium, large. Otherwise they don't, you can't see them. If you put small between the two, you cannot see them when you wear. Like you can't see it, it just disappears. So you have to do from smaller to larger. Oops, excuse me. Oh, now I have to search. Oh no, it's here. Okay. Okay, so it's very tiny. Plus the pearl, and I have to make sure I attach it on this side. So if you do the dangles the other way, please comment. I would like to know how you guys do it. I attach it to the last connector and it just dangles. Do you use one large dangles and then attach all three together? I don't know. So this is the way I do it. So here's the bracelet. Again, if you like the bracelet, but you don't want to purchase all the findings, and you want to do it yourself, not purchase the ready-made one, so please contact me, write in the comments below, and I will give you a quote. Okay, so it's always a struggle putting on the bracelet. Oops. Especially if I'm trying to do it in the camera, it's really hard. Okay, I'm not gonna, so this is how it looks. I'm gonna do pictures, insert photos, so you guys can see it, how beautiful this bracelet are. And the stone is extremely like it's faceted. It's so beautiful. So when you purchase them, they actually like can be different shades, lighter, darker, transparent, non-transparent, with the variation. But I like how, oops, excuse me. So let me just close it. when you buy this clasp as new, they're a little bit harder to open and close, but then they will get better and easy to use. So this is a beautiful bracelet. I just like it very much, especially this cute baroque pearl. Thank you very much. And if you like the video and you would like to support my channel, and please subscribe and give me a like. And I hope to post more videos for you. And have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.